Welcome into Quick Picks. I wish we could pan over and show you a angry Brandon Walker, but instead he's pouting in his own studio and refuses to come out and be on the show. I will say, Che, you got really mad and said some things you probably shouldn't have, but I was really looking forward to having both of you guys here today. And you guys got to figure this shit out. Completely forever.
I mean, as far as like any issues, like I think Brandon takes exception with me because he thinks I treat him different. I go harder at him. I do not. Like I like Brandon a lot. I feel like he's confused that I don't like him. I like everybody on that show a lot.
If you had to pick one person you don't like on that show, who would it be?
I don't know. I mean, I like everyone I work with, and like Brandon, I've actually had like a personal relationship with for a long time too, and we've been friends for a while. Like I've house sat for him. I've fed his animals. I've met his whole family. He's met my kids and stuff like that.
So the least you could do is give him a decent ad read.
Yeah. No, it's that certainly is my fault. I thought it was egregious to be called out for pasting twice, but I see people's point with the BetterHelp ad, and it doesn't read great. It says, must read verbatim, so there's not really anything I can do about that. I will go back to our copy team and talk about, that specifically, but that has to go through a few channels, and that's, that wouldn't have been ready for today's show.
You look like you're feeling remorse, Steven. Is that what you're feeling?
I mean,
right
I went
now?
too hard at him. I was pissed about a few things, and, the BetterHelp one he kind of called out earlier should have been a different color. Okay, I'll put it in a different, like a certain part in a different color moving forward. But like we have 5 ads a show, 25 ads a week. We're talking, what's that? 50 times 20. We're talking,
What are we talking?
What's that? 1,000 ads a year.
Damn.
So yeah, it's
So if you had anything that you wanted to say to Brandon right now, why don't you look into the camera?
I told him, I said, I'm sorry. I overreacted for sure. I overreacted. I shouldn't have done that. And, as far as what we can do moving forward, like, as far as that show and, making sure that doesn't happen again, I'll be more diligent as far as, going over the copy in the first person. So it's presentable for a reader. Most of our stuff is. Sometimes things happen. Today's thing with the DraftKings pick 6 thing was copy paste error. Like I pasted it twice.
Speaking of being diligent, you know who's not diligent?
Who?
Jake Malisak.
All right. Should we talk about that too?
We have a lot of shit to talk about. This has been.
Jake just messed up the graph again for me. I did win yesterday.
You're undefeated when he messes it up. So just have him
I
mess it up
am.
further. Who cares?
I actually am, and that's what I said yesterday. I said it's okay because the last 2 times you fucked up, I ended up winning outright, and last night it was a little close there towards the end, but my under 62.5 first half, not full game, guys. It hit.
That could have been any. There was no
under 62 full game.
There was no denomination on that too. It could have been any under.
Like nothing. I have no idea
Totally
what you're
forgot.
talking about. Che, you also have some explaining to do.
Yeah, let's talk about that.
Che
that
has
sucks.
some explaining to do.
So we had the parlay yesterday. Your pick hit in order. It was the earliest game. The chat had a great play. Was it plus 175 or plus 150?
Yep.
Kings money line. They won 5-1. And so I had a prop in the an 8 o'clock game. It was Brandon Montour over 2.5 shots on goal. He had a shot 3 minutes in and then doesn't shoot. He had a shot that missed the goal, but he doesn't shoot till halfway through the third period. He gets his second shot, so we're 1 away. Need one more shot, and then he scores with 4 minutes left. They're down 4-2 at this point to cut it to 4-3. Seattle Kraken tweet out it's his goal. So I text the group like we cash, we're good. I think about 5 or 6 minutes later they update it and say that another player tipped it in, which looking at the video looks like he does tip it in. So I'm not arguing that. I am annoyed that they tweeted out that it was a win. The Score app had it. NHL.com had it. Has 3 shots on goal. So it was reversed to another player's goal on a tip in. So he doesn't get credit for that shot on goal because another player deflected it, which makes sense. I totally agree with that. And we went from a momentary cash to a loss, which sucks because that was a big parlay.
Weird question, but do you think you're taking out your anger on the wrong Brandon?
No. I mean, we're gambling and we're trying to find winners, and sometimes it doesn't happen.
I need some more enthusiasm,
I hold
Steven.
no animosity towards Brandon Montour.
Watching that clip that you sent in, I know you weren't able to watch
the radio guy. Yeah, the radio guy said
watching the clip, it is so obviously tipped that the fact that Seattle's Twitter account and
took them
everybody
5 minutes to issue a
insane
correct
to me.
action. Yeah.
But that was wild. Sorry.
Yeah, no, extremely disappointing. I wish they would have just credited the correct guy at first, and we would have been fine. But that was a very painful loss. But yeah, the blow up at Brandon Walker had nothing to do with Brandon Montour.
I just wanted to double check. I need a little bit more pep from you, Steven. You seem really down and out right now. I mean,
quite honestly, like, you don't like when I like good content and stuff, and the inner office stuff plays. But like, yeah, I mean, I care about Brandon. I like him as a friend. I know that he gets frustrated with me when things like this happen, so the fact that we can't talk it out is annoying. But that how he wants to handle it is his prerogative. I would have appreciated if he was going to be on the show and we could talk it out like that, but he didn't want to talk really in person on the act, so he can take whatever he needs to.
He said he needs an hour.
Okay, that's fine.
So I guess that's what he'll do. I'm going to go ahead and start off quick picks. So I hope that's okay with you.
Yes, sure.
I'm going to take it forever.
Right? More like long picks. I'm going to go ahead and stick with college basketball. Right now I'm 1-0 in the CBB season, and I'm taking Arkansas minus 14. I don't have a lot of stats and or data on this game because the season just started. Can't really have stats or data whenever things first start. But what I do have is my gut, and my gut is telling me that Coach Cal and all of his young new toys are going to run Lipscomb out of the gym. People that know Coach Cal know that he's an absolute mercenary and doesn't give a fuck about Arkansas basketball. But what he does care about is wins. So between his own ego, him actually being a fantastic coach, and all of the just pure athletic beast on his team, not only will he get his first home win as Arkansas head coach, but he will also cover that 14 for us. Love it. What are you on today, Stevie?
So I was trying to take a break from NBA props for a little bit, but I have a parlay out in the DraftKings Sports, which I do like a lot. I didn't want to overlap, so I wanted to pick something different for the show. And it's a huge revenge spot for one guy in particular. Jason Tatum has his first game against Steve Kerr today. Steve Kerr obviously coaching the Olympic team. Jason Tatum said it's like he's going to treat it like a regular game, but like his mom ain't saying that. Like his mom is like, we're going to put it on Steve Kerr, and does not like Steve Kerr for giving him 2 DNPs in the Olympics, obviously coming off in NBA Finals, championship, all of that. He's riding high and then gets to Team USA and gets benched. The Warriors have a good defense. That being said, the Celtics and the Warriors both are in top 10 in most possessions per game. So I like this to be a little bit more up and down. The Warriors are trying to shoot in like 12 seconds or less. And the Celtics are just, the ball's flying around. But I like it to stick to Jason Tatum's hands a little bit more tonight. So like an alternate line, 35 plus points tonight against Golden State. I think this is, if you're getting risky, I don't hate 40. Jaylen Brown's also out, which certainly helps. More shots being available, but I like Jason Tatum to go nuts tonight.
And Brandon Walker is on the Blackhawks money line. I don't know who they're playing, but I'm assuming that he's going to the game, which is why he's taking them. But I also don't know because he's
Blackhawk Brandon, so he
not
he
here.
Watches too.
They're hosting the Red Wings tonight.
Okay, well, they are hosting the Red Wings.
Original 6.
Malisak, why don't you break down that game? What do you think about
Blackhawks
that game? Yeah.
I mean, the Blackhawks fucking suck ass. They're slight dogs at home. And the Red Wings are, they're both good. Like, the Red Wings are a good young team. The Blackhawks are not. So it's just one of those,
Just one of those.
A little home boost, but, I don't love the pick, but,
But what would the parlay pay out?
With those 3?
Yes, sir.
Arkansas minus 14, Blackhawks money line, Tatum 35 plus is at plus 818 tonight.
Oh, I like that.
Palindrome.
We were so close last night, Che.
So frustrating.
I could taste that win.
We won.
We did.
For about 4
we
minutes.
momentarily won for several minutes, yes. But you can bet it all in the DraftKings Sportsbook. Best time of year. We got 15 NBA games on tonight. Or is it 15? No, some teams aren't playing. It can't be 15. We have a ton of NBA games on tonight. And our partners at DraftKings are helping us out to To get in on the action, new customers who bet $5 will instantly get $200 in bonus bets. Follow all your favorite Barstool personalities in the Barstool betting group on the DraftKings Sportsbook. Download the app now. New customers use promo code QuickPicks. That's one word, QuickPicks. Bet just $5 on any wager and get $200 in bonus bets instantly. That's promo code QuickPicks only at the DraftKings Sportsbook. The crown is yours.
Crown is yours. Also, though, should we use Brandon's play with him not wanting to come to the show today since the chat's been on a roll? Like, I feel like the chat almost should be rewarded for, like, killing it with all this plus money.
Yeah, the chat did have the Blackhawks as one of their plays.
Okay.
However, if Brandon's going to have that play, they have a second play. I think they like better as well.
Okay.
If we want to just do that and leave Brandon in the parlay.
Well, let's leave Brandon. Let's not make Brandon any more mad than he is. Let's leave him in the parlay. Hopefully the Blackhawks get a win tonight for Brandon and the state of Illinois. And then you can go ahead and tell us what the chat says.
Is the chat also on the Blackhawks, though? Is that their main play?
No. So they are going to go with the New Orleans Pelicans money line plus 225. They're hosting the red-hot Cleveland Cavaliers.
All right.
Well, guess what, Steven? You're in last and they're in first. So.
That's true. That's true. And yeah, the Cavs are red hot. The Pelicans injuries. CJ McCollum is out. Herb Jones, I think, is out. Zion is questionable or game time decision.
I don't know.
Best of luck to the chat.
I hope they win as
Cavs
well.
need to be stopped.
So the parlay with Jason Tatum over 32.5 points.
35 plus.
35 plus, my fault. Arkansas minus the 14, and then you have Blackhawks money line that pays out 818 over at the DraftKings Sportsbook, the best and only sportsbook we use here at Barstool Sports. Make sure you follow us in the Barstool betting group so that you can just go over to the little sidebar where it'll say 818. You just click it, and it'll bring you right to the parlay, and then you just put as much money as you want on it because it feels like this one should hit tonight. I say that, but then I feel like there's a lot of animosity here, and I'm in the middle of it, and I don't like it. But also,
Your
shout
hair
out.
looks amazing, by the way.
Thank
New
you,
hair,
Jake.
Steven. Did you notice that?
New hair drop looks good.
Thanks. Just
Looks
a
great.
little extra blondie
Little
today.
more blonde. Okay.
Platinum.
Little bright blonde. Also, shout out to Ghost Energy for giving us natural, transparent energy. I could use one of those right now. Actually, I'm a little laggy. And then also shout out to props.cash for just giving us great visuals for our bets every single day.
And there's Stephen Shea NBA parlay in the DraftKings Sportsbook plus 291.
Hell yeah.
Hopefully tomorrow we come back and vibes are a little higher.
Doubt it.
People are friends again. Brandon might comes to the show. I don't know. This just might become really quick picks with just me. If you guys just can't make it up. So yeah, shout out to everybody out there watching. I wish we could have had some more fireworks in here, but there's also a big giant pussy 2 doors down that didn't want to come hang out.
Yep.
So I love that
Titus.
pussy. He's great. I love him, but definitely a pussy. But yeah, thanks for watching, and we'll see you tomorrow. Jake?
Let's win some bets. See you guys.